on this Whataburger Wednesday. Yeah, we're asking you to get to one of the Whataburgers. There's a handful of them that are open, and I would love for you to visit them this morning at some point, and it's just as a way of saying thank you. It really is. It's just a way of saying thank you. You don't have to order anything specific. There's no secret handshake. If you want to thank them, that would be great. Be nice to them because, you know, they got to work, and I'm sure they've got other things that they need to be dealing with. But that Whataburger app, which is tracking which ones are open, there are a bunch of them that you can get to this morning. So we would love for you to stop by, do that, send us a picture. We'll start posting some of that stuff. You can be world famous on our websites and socials this morning. Low chances of rain, which is great. Partly cloudy today. Mid-90s. It's going to feel like over 100 degrees today. That blows for some of you that are still dealing with no power. And I guess that's probably some of the things that you're going to talk about. Tessa, Houston's headlines.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about politicians arguing, which when you are dealing with the heat and frustration, this is the last thing you want to hear. But President Joe Biden claims Texas would have received federal disaster declaration for Hurricane Beryl sooner if the state leaders here hadn't dragged their feet in asking for it. So you have Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. He's in charge while Governor Greg Abbott is in Asia on an economic trip. A White House spokesperson claims federal officials tried several times to contact Abbott and Patrick before reaching Patrick on Tuesday. Then you have Patrick firing back saying, look, that never happened, and that state officials have to assess their needs before requesting this disaster declaration. So a little bit of back and forth there. Not cool. Something else not cool is just frustration around Centerpoint and saying, hey, when are we going to have our power back on? Yesterday we were at 1.8, and this morning we're about 1.3 on the outage map, but that's still so many people without power. I'm going to get the latest number just to make sure it's right. Yeah, 1.3 million customers still affected.
So their words yesterday, if you add that up, it's another, they want to get another 700,000 people with power today. Yesterday's number, they said 1 million by today. A million back.
Right.
So, that's what we're hoping for.
Skeptical.
So a lot of people without it, and then just on the roads, there are more than 1,000 traffic lights that are still out, and people are, I guess, really unclear about how to treat a stoplight like a four-way stop, or who gets there first, or people getting there late, not timing it out, not going with the flow. I think out of all the ones I stopped at yesterday, there were maybe 2 where people had a little flow going. All the other ones were just like a free-for-all. People were just going, thinking,
it's frustrating.
Being selfish.
It's frustrating because you think it's just kind of a common sense thing, and that's just me thinking that most people have common sense. Most people don't.
And most people are dumb.
Now, I understand mistakes happen. You're driving. It's like, oh, damn, you didn't see the light, because some of them aren't even blinking. But it's a real simple thing, man. If that person on anywhere around you showed up before you, you don't go until after them.
Right.
That's easy. That's really easy stuff. Here's the problem. Some of the intersections that I was involved in yesterday also were intersections that have gas stations. Oh. And gas stations were backed up yesterday horribly. Oh. So I did more driving than I wanted to yesterday. It's a mess out there. Just don't act a fool. That's it.
Yeah.
Just don't act a fool. Don't be an idiot.
I went and got some Costco gas, and the line was pretty long, but every line is long right now. Whatever's open, there's going to be a long line. So just pack your patience and check on your neighbors. Okay, let's talk about some sillier stuff. Taco Bell is opening a retirement community for young people. I'm serious. They're doing it next month near San Diego. It's called the Cantinas. Now, it's just a gimmick, so it's only going to be open for this one weekend, but they're trying to attract more Gen Z customers, and they say leaning into grandma core is going to do that because lots of young people think old people stuff is cool now. They've got day passes for $50, or for $150, you can get lodging for 2 nights and an elevated Taco Bell dining experience.
Are they playing bocce ball?
There are various old people activities. There's like knitting circles,
bingo,
for sure.
Croquet, golf, painting classes, pickleball. A wide variety of old school games, okay?
Awesome.
We have a blog page for this if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, Chili's getting blog pages up back again.
Old people culture is not your costume, Gen Z,
how dare you steal their culture?
Old people appropriation.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Old appropriation.
Old appropriation, sure.
At this point, maybe we should be voting a cartoon character in for president, but people at Ranker.com says they've got an ongoing poll of cartoon characters people would most likely vote for president.
I never thought I'd see the day. There's some people that are taking this serious.
Oh, who's
like,
number one? Who's number one?
Yes, it's a superhero.
I would have said Scooby-Doo.
No, not on the top 7.
Batman.
Batman number 1.
Yeah.
Batman number 1.
He's got the money.
Lisa Simpson number 2. Superman number 3.
You know what's fun to play when you say these names? Would they be a Republican or a Democrat?
Batman's a Republican, and everybody knows it. Like,
right.
come on.
Lisa Simpson would be a Democrat.
A Dem, big time.
Superman, maybe independent.
Scooby would be independent.
Scooby's not on the
But
list.
Scooby-Doo would be independent. I know that.
Nah, he'd be a Democrat. He'd be all about like
Ruh-roh.
legalizing weed.
No, he'd be third party. He doesn't want to align with anybody.
Spider-Man, I think Democrat. Velma from Scooby-Doo, Democrat. Papa
Definitely.
Smurf, Republican. Optimus Prime, Republican. Done. Okay. That was
Yeah, big government was
West
Optimus
Fight.
Prime for sure.
The only slam dunk is Velma, definitely a Democrat.
Well, Lisa's definitely a Democrat too.
2 huge acts are teaming up this fall. We talked about it yesterday. Seether and Skillet are hitting the road September 17th in Asheville, North Carolina. They're going to stop in Houston October 5th at White Oak Music Hall. So we already gave away those tickets, but we'll give them away all week. And we'll be listening to new Seether today.
Is this it?
Just a teaser.
I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear it.
8:20.
Okay.
Save it.
8:20, I want to listen together. All right, let's go. Sports.
Yeah, Astros got a win last night. They beat the Marlins 4-3. Alex Bregman homered and had 3 RBI on the night. They're going to play the Marlins again tonight. Framber Valdez will be on the mound for the Astros, going up against Miami's Brian Hoeing. First pitch is at 7:10. You can listen to that game on our sister station, Sports Talk 790. Astros are also offering $5 tickets before taxes and fees for the final 2 games of their series against the Marlins, which includes tonight's game. You can also get viewing deck seats, a soda, a hot dog, and popcorn
Love
for just
it.
$22 before those taxes and fees hit again. You can get those tickets at astros.com/tickets if you're looking for a way to beat the heat right now and maybe your power's not back. You can get some food, baseball, and air conditioning for just like
Love
$22. That's what's going on in sports.
Okay. If you're like most people, you're dealing with some power issues right now. How many of you are driving around and you hear generators and you see like one lit up house in an area of darkness? Those are the smart ones. Those are the ones that have a home generator. You could be one of the smart ones, okay? Look at what Mother Nature has already done to us. Prevent power outages at your home. Get a free estimate on a home standby Generac generator from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. How many more times are we going to have to deal with this and deal with the no power? Financing is available, low monthly payments available. With 24/7 monitoring, you're never going to be left in the dark again. So get that free estimate right now by calling 281-251-6100. Yeah, they're busy. Yeah, they'll take your call. 281-251-6100 or visit GeneratorSupercenter.com.
Okay, stop and go traffic on the North Sam Parkway is affecting your commute going westbound between JFK and the Hardy Toll Road. It's about a 6-minute delay. An accident's been reported on the north side, East Tech southbound approaching eastbound Houston, and then a fallen tree is affecting your commute on San Felipe. East and westbound from 610 to Kirby Drive, that is closed due to a tree that is in the road. That is your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Lincoln Park in the end. Wildcard Wednesday. More importantly, Whataburger Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm opening up the Whataburger app right now. Hope you're off to a great start to your day. Low chances of rain, partly cloudy. High of 94 as cleanup continues here, and many of you still dealing with wicked power outages. I guess we should probably keep that number up all day because we're going to keep referring to that.
Yep.
Yesterday, the big story was CenterPoint said they wanted to get 1 million people back. Okay, so since they made that statement, it sounds like about another 300,000. So I'm keeping them on the hook for another 700,000 people today. There was really no time. We talked this morning with Sammy Baker Davis Jr., who's back on the Fresh Out of Bed head-to-head. He was just sitting there waiting for the green light to get out there and start restoring power. So he is somebody that works on what we need right now, power back up and running. So the number, if they, I know these are estimates and everything, but when you're dealing with no power, you're hoping that they hit that goal of 1 million people back today.
Well, you're hoping they're accountable for the things they're saying. And, CenterPoint, they are the fact that the Whataburger outage map was being used is funny. It's very Texan, but the fact that we can't go straight to the source of CenterPoint is also a very serious thing. So the accountability from CenterPoint, we know we pay them money. We know they're the ones that people have accused them of having a monopoly in this area. Like, dude, come on, come with it, fix it, make it good.
Yes, that's true. So that's what, we're putting them, they're on the hook today. And of course, everyone's going to look at what's going on. Do they need more people? That stuff needs to be sorted out afterwards. Just get power restored.
That's right.
Okay? And even, listen, I'm not somebody that goes to church of Dan Patrick, but he's kind of filling in for our governor right now. And he said, listen, there's going to be a time and a place to kind of, take a look at, hey, did they know? Did their people know that this eye was coming here to Houston? Because it did make a turn. Was CenterPoint prepared and ready to go? So a lot of stuff to sort out after we get everybody up and running again.
There's too many people here to not have it in order. There's too many families.
Agreed.
There's too many people affected. It's a major city. We can't be third world in it here. It's not fair. It's not fair to our people. Like, it's not fair to the citizens of Houston.
And the experts predict one of the most active storm seasons in decades. Hey, it seems like they got that one right because it's been pretty freaking active around here, okay?
Yeah.
There's been two major storms already. So 23 named storms, 11 hurricanes, 5 of which could be catastrophic. Those are the predictions. So, I throw those out when I'm doing my Generac generator commercial, but that's just our lives of what's predicted to be happening around here. So
there were some girls out of town. I ran into a TJ Maxx to look for something, and there were some girls that are staying here, and they were kind of asking the locals. They're like, "So this is a Category 1 storm, and there are bigger storms than this." And the cashier was trying to explain to them, yeah, Category 1 is kind of like the lowest level, and she's like, "Man, and it knocked out all this power, and it's almost embarrassing. It is not almost embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Why did a Cat 1 knock out so much power? If this is the beginning of the season, and it's going to be an even crazier season, Cat 1, this seems like Category 5 problems.
But they always say that on the news, too. They say that we get caught up in 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 is bad.
No, it's bad.
1 is bad.
Directly hit by any storm, of course.
There's not a lot of things that are doing great in 75, 80 mile an hour winds.
But if we
That's
fail
Cat 1.
at 1,
I know.
At the lowest
don't feel
ranking
great about
level.
anything else.
I agree.
Right.
With the traffic lights out everywhere, I'm going to say it. I'll say it all morning long. You guys have just not been doing a great job. I don't think it's Rod Ryan Show listeners. I'd love to say that. I'd love to say that it's Rilla and Ryan people. I'd love to say that it's Dean and Raj listeners that are just blowing through these traffic lights. But I think a couple of you guys might be doing it as well. And enough's enough just because I've been doing some driving. And, man, people just don't get that whole concept of hey, I wasn't here first. I know you got places to be. I had places to be yesterday. And You just got to wait it out. You got to look around and you got to say, if you didn't get there first and someone else is there waiting, it's their turn before you. I just think that's the simplest concept. And people are just so caught up in themselves in their own little bubble that they're just blasting through this. You saw an accident yesterday, Alex.
Yeah, I was trying to go home to check and see if I had power, and somebody just blasted right, like didn't stop at all, just blasted right through it and T-boned somebody else. It looked like it ruined both cars. Then he acted like he was not in the wrong, and I was like, no, bud, you just blasted through that.
There's already problems right now.
It's hot.
Let's not compound them with a silly traffic accident that didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
I get it. It's difficult because we're just used to being told what to do. We're trained monkeys. We are told that when it's red, we stop. When it's yellow, we floor it. And when it's green, we go. Okay? We've done that our whole lives. And then when you don't see a light at all, you're just kind of like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. You stop.
You gotta use your brain.
You stop. At least some of them are blinking red, which is an indicator to, okay, you know that's a stop and go situation. But when you see nothing on that traffic light, that's where people are blowing through it, and you got to stop. So I'm not going to harp on you all morning long. I feel like I should, but we're going to move on, and we're going to do some other things here, okay? So I'm up against the break. We do have that new Seether coming. That was the first even note I heard of that new Seether. So we have it ready to go. We're going to play it for you at 8:20. We already blew out the Seether tickets today. They're going on sale Friday. If you didn't hear about that show, it's on the music blog page. I am going to give you sold out. Again, more sold out tickets. The only way to go see the Imagine Dragons is by listening to the Rod Ryan Show. We're going to have those for you on the flip of this break. Stay there. Well, as cleanup continues here in the greater Houston area, there's going to be some of you that probably need some paint, okay, due to water damage, whether it's exterior or interior. You got to know that the folks over at CertaPro, they do it all. They do it all, okay? And this is an important line here because each CertaPro painter business is independently owned and operated locally in our communities. They know what we're dealing with here, okay? CertaPro painters, trust me, it's happy painting. Schedule that free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's always going to be Certa with a C. Residential, commercial properties, exterior, interior. They're great at what they do. They are the official painting partner of our Houston Astros. So you go to CertaPro.com. Certa with a C. CertaPro painters, that's painting happy.
Okay, let's check on your commute over on the west side. A disabled vehicle is blocking your right lane, I-10 Katy Freeway westbound after the West Loop. There's stop and go from Washington. There is a closure due to a fallen tree on San Felipe. East and westbound from Kirby to 610, which is a pretty main artery here in the loop. There's also some construction work on the North Stand Parkway between Aldine Westfield and the Hardy Toll Road. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
Ninety-four five The Buzz. Welcome back, Rod Ryan Show. Wildcard Wednesday, yes. Whataburger Wednesday, yes. Are there a ton of Whataburgers that are closed? Yes. Are there a bunch now? More than yesterday, too. I got the Whataburger app pulled up right now. And I wouldn't call it half, but I would call it a third of Whataburgers, according to their app, are open. And according to most of you, this app's pretty reliable. People are using it now to track where power is just out in the city of ours. The Whataburger app is like one of the most trusted apps right now. I see a bunch on I-10 that are open. If you can stop by a Whataburger today, pick something up as a way of saying thank you. You don't have to do anything special. Get in, get out. I'm understanding that most places just the drive-thru is open. Jerry just said, good morning, drive-thru only at this location, Highway 6, just south of Little York. Looked it up on the tracker. Yep, that one's open. So get in there, excuse me, order something, snap a photo. It's a way of saying thank you because we are getting a big fat check from them at some point when, you know, everybody's dealing with cleanup and everything else today. Partly cloudy, low chances of rain, hot today. It's going to feel like over 100 degrees. So let's get another 700,000 people powered up today. What's trending?
Yeah, I'm just going to run with that. The Whataburger Appreciation Day going on right now. We have Alan Brindley. He just showed us, he brought in breakfast for everyone. Like, let's Rod didn't even mention the hero, the absolute hero you would be if you walked into any workplace with some hot food
So
right
many
now.
people don't have like hot food
It's
that
like,
they can have right now.
Dude, look at this picture. If someone walked into this facility with that,
That'd be sick.
I'd be like, bro, what do you want? You want me to name my kids after you? Whatever you
I was
need.
eating pistachios.
Yeah,
for
I
dinner.
was too. I was eating like, so yeah, a little nut Chex Mix or something like that. So yeah, Appreciation Day for Whataburger. If you can find one that's open, stop in, thank them for us, and they're helping out big time.
But be nice. Nurse D said her son works at a Whataburger. He came home yesterday. He was exhausted, she says. He said a lot of customers were rude and upset because of the wait. People need to realize these employees are also going through the same storm. No power issues as you are. So have a little respect and patience as we all need it. I mean, man, anybody that's out there and they're working, getting things done, you know, there's a lot of people that said, okay, I have no power. I'm not working this week. Some people can't take the week off.
They can't.
And they
Or-
got to
or they
go in
need that
and work.
shift, right.
But they don't want to deal with your crap. So be nice to people that are working
Yeah.
at least. Come on, that's basic stuff.
I mean, I think that ties into the next thing because we've been talking about Centerpoint. I got a ton of emails when I was just dunking on Centerpoint just a little while ago. But the people that are in the uniform, the ones that are out before the sunrise and they're working until, midnight, they're not the ones that are lacking the effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not the ones that we're pissed off at. Like Rod said, anyone working and doing that is awesome. So that's another trend I wanted to mention. Go ahead.
Michelle says line workers and tree removal services, she can see them. They're staging at the Katy stadiums this morning. Parking lots are full of workers. They're lined up. They're ready to be turned loose. Fingers crossed for all those without power today. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that update. And I've seen those pictures too of just the trucks ready to open up.
So that's like the local serious stuff. And then do you guys know who Olivia Dunn is? She's that influencer. She does LSU gymnastics.
Livy Dunn?
She's so Livy, is that how you pronounce her name? She's all over the place, but she announced yesterday that she's going to take her 5th and final year with LSU. She's going to stay on the gymnastics team. People are very excited for her.
Her boyfriend is Paul Skeens of the Pirates, and she got to surprise him when he was an all-star with champagne and pizza. So
What a good girlfriend.
She's just like us.
She's just like
Well,
so on
And
top
she's
of
like
it.
a billionaire.
I feel like her because I also went to college on the half-decade plan.
Yeah, 5th year. Okay, that's what's trending on 84.5 The Buzz.
What do you got to give away?
I have Imagine Dragons, their Loom World Tour tickets. Tickets are sold out to this as well.
I'll take caller 10, 713-212-5945. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Nirvana, Lithium. We've got a bunch of Whataburgers that are open. Whataburger Appreciation Day today. Jerry McConaughey, love that guy, man. He was out there with his Rod Ryan Show shirt. He's out there getting his Whataburger. Love it. Just as a way of saying thank you, because we know they're going to write us a big check. Now, normally on this day, Whataburger would stop by. Jennifer would come by with her big check and her big cooler of hot, delicious
Honey
food.
butter,
Yeah.
chicken biscuits,
With her recommendation to put that honey butter on top of,
ice cream.
yeah, vanilla ice cream. She said,
Bluebell.
put it on Bluebell ice cream. I've never done it. I wouldn't be able to look at myself. Fat boy doesn't need that.
I need that breakfast burger.
Well, normally
Immediately.
she would come in, but of course she's dealing with everything else that everyone else is dealing with. But there are a bunch of, but it looks like to me, just as a glance looking at that Whataburger app, about a third of Whataburgers are open out there. Man, if you could stop by like our friend Jerry did, that would be great. Last time I saw Jerry, I was hanging out with him at Ditch Day. Comes out to all our stuff, man. That dude's awesome. Partly cloudy skies today. Nothing over a 10% chance of rain. High of around 94. We are giving away a ticket right now. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, hello. Who's this?
This is Shara.
You're caller number 10, Shara.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
The only way that someone can get in to see the Imagine Dragons right now and not pay some wicked fee by some scalper a-hole out there is by listening to us. It sounds like you're listening to us. You're the 10th caller. Sold out Imagine Dragons. Tickets are yours.
Oh, thank you so much.
Man, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I know these
Thank you. I'm so excited.
these are tough times right now. What's going on in your life? What part of town do you live in?
I live in Montgomery. I'm on my way to Tomball for work right now.
Okay. You dealing with power issues up there?
No, we did get power back, thankfully.
Nice. All
Happy
right.
for you.
Yes.
I am happy for you, man. That's great news.
And my work has power, so everything's good.
You got to work, Shara.
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for a welding company. I work the front office.
Okay. Well, awesome, man. I'm glad things are going well in your life, and they just got a lot better with those sold-out tickets. Thank you for listening. Be safe on the roads, okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're awesome. You're awesome. I don't know that I want to get into this today. Yeah, I do.
That
I'm like-
took some convincing.
Well, because it was talked about on the show not that long ago, and I think I wound up on our poll question being in the minority, and it was one of those things that kind of upset me. I'd like to think that I'm like-minded with a lot of the people that listen to the show, and I feel like this was one of the poll questions where I was not in the majority. Can we all agree that gas stations are crazy right now? Did you see it firsthand?
Oh, I was in a long line for Costco gas yesterday.
Okay. Let me read the email and then we can kind of revisit something that we talked about on this show. Hey, team, good morning. Now more than ever, this needs to be said. Pump your gas and move your car. Do not pump your gas, then go inside.
Preach.
Okay.
We need it.
Chad says, I'm personally guilty of doing this during normal times when gas stations aren't so busy. No one's waiting, but right now, that's not the time. This is a pump and move situation.
Is it? Wow, I didn't know. I went into Costco yesterday when I
Guys.
put in my gas tank and did a little Costco shopping and then came back.
24/7, 365, and that extra day during a leap year. I never go inside. I pump my gas and I move my flipping car, okay? This is what we did a poll question.
I know.
Is
and
it
I said,
okay to leave your car, pump, and go in? I was being specific about Buc-ee's, I think, too, where they have 1 million pumps. I get it. Can you pump your gas and then go into the store and do some Buc-ee shopping? Hell no! Now, I don't think it's acceptable at any time, but right now, do we all agree that now is not the time to do that?
I would hope so.
You're a scumbag if you do that. That's a scumbag move, man. That's a scumbag move, especially right now.
There's no way anyone's doing that right now. Their
Really?
car would be keyed.
I don't know.
Their car would be keyed if they did that right now.
There are people that when it's raining are driving around with no lights on.
That's true.
So I sometimes these simple things need to be said out loud. I do this all year round. I think it's an a-hole move to leave your car and just go into the store at the pump. I know
There's so many other places. Just pull around, park somewhere else, and then go in.
It's courteous. It's polite.
Just do it.
It's showing respect for other people. But now is
the sainthood. You're almost there.
the gas pumps
I don't ask for much.
are ridiculous.
A martyr you are at that gas station.
Yesterday, though, I went and I waited probably 45 minutes in line at a Kroger gas station.
Yeah.
And it's not equivalent to the people doing the, like, leaving their car. But when you think somebody's done pumping gas, you're like, all right, it's my turn. And then they pull out, like, 2 gas cans to fill up. You're like, I get it, you got to fill a generator, but damn it, I thought it was my turn.
Yeah.
And then people, like, there was a line going in. And so, like, the next car available, like, that's your car, whichever lane open, but nobody was really following that. And this guy got out of his car, and like I couldn't hear what he said, but he was telling everybody, he's like, no, line starts here, you go around here, and people were listening to this guy.
Yeah.
Dude, he
That
was
guy should have been in
passionate.
charge.
He was passionate.
Had strong, like, leadership, main character, dad energy.
Yeah, but that was the worst. Just when you think like they're going back to their car to get in, and then they get the gas cans out. You're like, dang it. I'll wait for that.
Chad, I appreciate the email. I appreciate bringing it up once.
Thank you.
But when we did this poll question, I was in the minority. People feel that it's okay to go into the store when you're pumping gas. I don't think that's the right way to do it. But right now, we all said that it's not the right time to do it.
Yes.
No or
Right.
yes?
Right.
During this time, which is a time of crisis.
I think for all the poll questions we do, like, you got to just use a little bit of judgment on every situation. Not every situation is exactly the same as the other. I would say in a
Fair.
hurricane situation, yeah, get your gas and get the hell out.
Okay, no going into the store. Get out of there! Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Foo Fighters and Under You. Okay, Whataburger Appreciation Day. I know some of you are having a hard time getting to Whataburgers, but there are a bunch. There are a handful open, man, and I would appreciate you stopping by today. Maybe some of you are making plans to go there for lunch. This goes on all day, man, and I would like you guys, when you do attend and visit a Whataburger today, snap a photograph for us. We'd love to see you out there with your Whataburger. I know some of you like to take a picture of the receipt. We want to see you. I mean, you know how it works around here. I want to see you guys. Those of you that listen to the show, maybe your whole crew eating some Whataburger today. Nothing over a 10% chance of rain, partly cloudy, high 94. We've talked a lot about gas. I'm going to read one more email, and then we're going to have to move on because these things are just upsetting to me. Jonathan says, Rod, not only don't go shopping while you are pumping your gas, pump your gas and go, but what about people that stop at the first pump instead of pulling all the way to the next one? I've had to pull out and go all the way around because the person in front of me did not pull up forward to an open pump.
That is frustrating.
That's a little.
Sometimes people have different. No, it doesn't matter.
No, the timing is different, but I get it. If you have not put your money in, you have not started your transaction yet, that person pulls out in front of you, hop back in and just go forward one. Okay? Like, just people don't have awareness, I think. How could you have been the one sperm that got through on that egg? If you are just seeing that you are like you were the fastest sperm that penetrated the egg, you were the one that fertilized.
You made it.
You don't see.
You made it.
You don't see that pump in front of you open, and you're gonna stop at this one. I'm with you, Jonathan. These are just things that you. Oh, don't. Okay, I heard that this morning.
Listen, I get it, and I want you to know.
What do you get?
That I get you thinking how like you just don't see it the other way around. Like you will always just do your gas and you're aware and you're thinking of other people, you know, but like me, I'm like, no, I'm not going to give someone 2 opportunities to kidnap me. I'm going to pull in. I'm going to put in the thing for gas. I'm going to go in. I'm going to grab what I need. I'm going to go. I'm not going to drive around looking for another spot. I'm not going to make it 2 things. I'm a girl. I'm not going to be at a gas station. I don't care whether it's Buc-ee's or anywhere else. I'm getting my stuff. I'm not parking twice. I'm leaving. You know what I mean? And that to me is being as quick and efficient as I can be in this world.
Right.
So I thank you for your service at the gas station, for being so considerate.
Thanks for being courteous.
But it doesn't work that way, like for everyone, you know?
Courtesy doesn't work for everyone?
Not for women. Not for women at a gas station, no.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I see it. I get it. I get it both ways.
All right. Pull up to that pump in front of your car
Always.
if it's open. Now that
Always.
we can agree on that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I did at Costco. You kind of have to wait. If you see someone, 2 people kind of wrapping it up, it's like I'm not just gonna. Okay, I'm next. Boom, this one's open. Let me wait a little bit. This guy's wrapping it up.
Gotcha.
He's put a wallet up. Okay, let's go now. Boom, 2. Look at us. 2 people getting gas.
We can agree on that one.
Okay, let's talk about your vision, okay? Let's talk about summertime and Man Eye Institute because they don't want your focus on your glasses and your contacts. They want you to see every moment in high definition. At Man Eye, whether you're hitting the pool, enjoying a barbecue, or just lounging in the sun, you deserve freedom from glasses and contacts. And they have incredible savings on LASIK. So call Man Eye. Don't forget to ask about their deferred interest payment plans and guaranteed approval financing that fit any budget. Call them and schedule your 100% free screening. You call them at 844-WOW-2020, or you can book it online at maneye.com. Okay, let's get to Fort Bend, where an accident's reported on the Grand Parkway northbound at Fry. It's a 20-minute delay. They're stopping of traffic from FM 1093. There's also a disabled vehicle blocking your right lane on I-10, the Katy Freeway, westbound after Post Oak. They're stopping up from Washington. And a fallen tree on San Felipe has blocked your drive east and westbound from 610 to Kirby. That's your Rec Check on 94.5 The Buzz.
Today, visit monroesuniforms.com. That's monroesuniforms.com.
94.5 The Buzz. Welcome back. Rod Ryan Show on this Wildcard Wednesday, Whataburger Appreciation Day. Yeah, we're having some computer issues here on our end. I mean, there's just problems everywhere. Getting some pictures in, and I can't open up any attachments. Outlook has been ravaging this building all morning long. I appreciate all the emails that are coming in. Eventually, I will get to all of them, all right? So that was one of the things that I was asking. One of my big asks today was to get out to Whataburger and send us a photo of you out there at Whataburger. So still do that. I'll be able to get at this stuff eventually. I'll try getting it through my phone or something like that. But I still want you to stop by Whataburger. I got the app up right now. It looks to me, just eyeballing it, about a third of Whataburgers are open. But that tracking map, we're going to talk about it. People are using that to track what neighborhoods don't have power. That seems to be like the most reliable app out there. 10% chance of rain? I don't even think that. Partly cloudy, but hot, man. True temperatures, highs of around 94, 95. It's going to feel like over 100 today. So best of luck to you as we are just all waiting for power to be restored. Tessa has more in Houston's headlines.
I mean, Houstonians know that we're in this together. And if you want to take a timeline of Monday, that's when Hurricane Beryl slashed through southeast Texas early Monday morning. I wasn't even able to get a flight home. The guys were here holding it down. And at that point, I believe there were over 2 million people. After the show, it was estimated up to 2 million people or more didn't have power. Then we fast forward to today. That number has dwindled. Well, I wouldn't say dwindled. More than 1.3 million households are still in the dark. Okay, so CenterPoint Energy, that's Houston's primary power provider, said customers should expect this to be a multi-day process to get electricity restored. They do have their workers fanned out across the region. We've talked to linemen.
What's that?
It's been multiple days.
It has been multiple days. That's
Yeah.
right. And, and now the city has just been plagued with heat, right? It's been very hot and people are frustrated, and that frustration is mounting. There are more than 1,000 traffic lights that are still out, so kind of roads are a little bit chaotic. You have NRG Arena that had to be converted into a 250 bed post-hospital recovery site so that people they discharge from the hospital don't have to go to their homes that don't have power where they could get even more sick.
Right.
They're trying to alleviate some of the backup of the patients from the Houston hospital. So we had talked about NRG, maybe some of their roofing had been compromised. So it's a tough situation here. We are at the B part of the alphabet when it comes to the hurricane season, and it might be a long one for us. Okay, so that's the big story. And as Rod mentioned, if your power is out and you want some answers, all you have to do is open that dang Whataburger app. Today's Whataburger Day, and they're helping us make a donation to the Rod Ryan Show Cares Foundation. But yesterday, their social media was going crazy because they were using their app to show people what parts of town had power and which didn't, because CenterPoint Energy wasn't doing that. So it was a very Texan, Houston specific thing that was happening. There are people using the app to get the power outage tracker, and Whataburger just saving the day again for people, keeping them in the know. Keep them in the know.
I got it open. I got it open live right now, so it's tracking like it. So we're in the Galleria, so it's showing me the area around the Galleria. But I mean, this thing will pick up Whataburgers all the way up to Humble. So and Spring I see on here too. Just at a quick eyeball glance, I can count. It looks like about 40 are open.
Nice.
It looks like about 40 are open. Now, we know that there's way more than that. It looks to me about a third of the Whataburger stores are available to you today. So I would like you to get out there as a way of saying thank you, because today was the day that they were scheduled, and they deserve better than that for sure. So we're going to do something more with Whataburger. They're always on board, though. They're going to write us. They're going to write us a big check to the Rod Ryan Show Cares Foundation. So if you can, Visit a Whataburger today, and I know it's just maybe the one in your neighborhood's not open, so I know it's not as convenient as it normally is.
The first trailer for Gladiator 2 is out. I took a look at that early this morning. It looks pretty epic. You have Denzel Washington in that one, Pedro Pascal. There's also a bunch of trailers. So we put like an entertainment blog page on the Rod Ryan Show blog page, linksandguests.com. You can go check out a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western getting a remake. You can look at a SpongeBob. There's Time Bandits on Apple TV. Joe Rogan is set to have a live comedy special on Netflix too. And there's a full story on that as well. I believe he's going to record that one in San Antonio. Okay, we've been talking about Pearl Jam because they had to cancel a handful of shows, and they were canceling them due to an unspecified illness. Those were the reasons. Well, now we know it turns out Eddie Vedder was one of the people who had that unspecified illness, and it was bad. They returned to the stage in Barcelona, Spain over the weekend, and Eddie was basically just talking to the crowd, being like, this was a near-death experience for me. It felt like he couldn't breathe. It felt like he couldn't make it through the night. He says it made him realize how precious life is and how lucky he is to be living on a planet where you can go around and play the incredible music for all the people. So check out the video on the music blog page. Those are Houston's headlines.
Take it, Alex.
The Astros got a win last night. They beat the Marlins 4-3. Alex Bregman homered and had 3 RBI on the night. They're going to play the Marlins again this evening. Framber Valdez will be on the mound for the Astros, going up against Miami's Brian Hoeing. First pitch is at 7:10. You can listen to it on our sister station, Sports Talk 790. The Astros are also offering $5 tickets before taxes and fees for the final 2 games of their series against the Marlins, which includes tonight's game. You can also get viewing deck seats, a soda, hot dog, and popcorn for just $22 before those taxes and fees kick in. You can go see all this stuff on the sports blog page today, and you can get those tickets at astros.com/tickets on the sports blog page today as well. There's a reporter that was at a Little League baseball game and was trying to play catch with a little kid that's being held by his father, and was like, all right, ready to catch it? And then just plunks the little kid in the head because the kid didn't really try and catch it. During a live shot.
Do you follow kids getting hurt on Instagram?
I do. It gets taken down. Like the page disappears for like a little while every year.
Like nobody gets really badly injured,
They're
but you know,
kids falling on the
bounce back.
stairs. They don't
Kids bounce
die.
back.
kids wiping out on slides
do
and
that.
stuff.
They're like all,
Kids
you know,
do that.
full
And it's always
fascia.
funny. Yeah. But go check out the sports blog page today.
Americans have no talent is another good one.
Ooh, I gotta check that out.
Facts.
All right. Hey, what's up? It's your brother Rod talking about Shell Federal Credit Union. If you're looking to earn more in your money, who isn't? Shell FCU's high-yield e-savings account offers you the perfect opportunity. You can earn up to 3% APY on balances of up to $20,000. There's just 2 easy qualifications. Have an open e-checking account and meet the e-checking qualifications. Easy. For complete details, visit shellfcu.org or call or text 713-844-1100 with 12 convenient branch locations in Harris County and access to over 55,000 ATMs nationwide. It's no wonder people are working with Shell Federal Credit Union.
Okay, disabled vehicles still blocking that right lane on I-10 westbound after the West Loop. They're stopping our traffic on the West Park Tollway between Highway 6 and Willcrest. And the biggest delay I'm seeing is just some stop and go on the South Loop between Calais and Kirby. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
All right. 94.5 The Buzz. That's Pearl Jam and Even Flow. Halfway point of the show, people. Good to hear Pearl Jam. Good to hear that Eddie Vedder is doing better. Let me tell you, when you hear that Eddie Vedder even has the sniffles, you got to be worried.
Right.
Okay? Eddie Vedder on the music blog page said his recent illness felt like some sort of a near-death experience. What I like to call the Flannel Four: Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and Pearl Jam. What do you see with that Flannel Four? You see three missing lead singers. Even if you want to go Flannel Five, and you want to include Stone Temple Pilots, not from Seattle area, but still, if you want to go Flannel 5 and include STP, still down a lead singer. Protect Eddie Vedder at all costs. He was talking at a show in Barcelona on Saturday, and he was talking to the crowd. He said it almost felt like a near-death experience. It's like, okay, that's not good. That's not good. He said, now, I've got the clip up there. It's kind of, it's Eddie Vedder. He's rambling and kind of mumbling like, Mr. Ed. He said it felt like maybe you couldn't breathe and maybe you wouldn't make it through the night and maybe you'd have to go to the hospital, and then he kind of just trailed off there. But you can figure out where he was going with this. He said it was super uncomfortable. It was frightening. He felt like chest bronchitis. Just one of those weird things that he's sharing with the audience, saying, because they felt bad about missing a couple of shows. And again, we talk about people making trips overseas to go see their favorite band, and, they know this. They know this. When shows are canceled, it's a big deal for artists. I think for all artists, you're the one that's paying for those nice houses and cars of theirs. But yeah, protect Eddie Vedder at all costs. More on the music blog page. Also, if you wanted to look ahead, I think you can get at that new Seether song. I'd love for you to wait for us and listen to it together, and we can take some phone calls on it. They have a new song. It's called Judas Mind. I think that's the name of the song. Did you look at that? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You were
Judas
looking
Mind.
That's what they put on their Instagram. So we did an announcement yesterday talking about Seether going back out on the road. That's always kind of a trigger, asking, well, if you're out on the road, some bands just eternally tour and they don't put out any new music anymore. Those are more of the classic rock bands. Seether still, I'm sure, recording, and they are. So the reason for the tour is there is some new music. Seether and Skillet going out live. They're going to get to us on October 5th. They're going to play White Oak Music Hall. Great place for a show. Tickets will go on sale this Friday. We're giving you tickets. We already did give away a pair of tickets earlier this morning on the Fresh Out of Bed head-to-head. But, man, I am so excited, as I always am with new music, to share it with you guys. New Seether after the break. We'll listen together. We'll let you guys become the music director here at 94.5 The Buzz, and you can tell us if it's a smash, if it's a trash, if it's a keeper, if it's a one-time listen. Do you like Seether? Do you like the new direction they're in? All of those things will be on the table after this break. So please, man, hang in there with us. Yo, what's up? It's your brother Rob talking about the Republic Grill. Man, some of you are looking just to get out of the house. You want to go get an unbelievable meal. The Republic Grill, okay? TheRepublicGrill.com is the website. 3 locations: Woodlands, Magnolia, and in Spring. Just an amazing dining destination. Voted top 10 USA Today. In the USA Today by TripAdvisor 2 years in a row now, okay? That's in the nation. That's how good the dishes are. Scratch made daily. The portions are amazing. If you're visiting the Woodlands area, the Republic Grill is an amazing place to enjoy. Get that cornbread. I don't care what you get. Everything's going to be knocked out. The cornbread, you must taste it. The handcrafted cocktails, it's just a great place to hang out. Dine in, sit at the bar, sit on the patio, order to go, curbside pickup, therepublicgrill.com.
Okay, over in Fort Bend, that accident on the Grand Parkway is causing a 16-minute delay. It's stop and go traffic from Westheimer. Or if you're headed northbound, that's where this delay is. Another accident's been reported on East X southbound as you approach North Park Drive in the Kingwood area. And then a disabled vehicle still blocking right lane on the west side, I-10 after the West Loop. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
free iHeart app and search There and Gone South Street to start listening.
94.5 The Buzz. Welcome back, Rod Ryan Show. I'm so excited to listen to this new Seether song. The only clip that I heard was what we kind of played during one of the Houston headline segments, and I didn't hear much. So I'm coming into this with fresh ears, just like most of you. But before we play that new one, let's find out what's trending. Well, what you got?
Okay, there's going to be a new Shrek. A Shrek 5 is returning, and apparently Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz are all confirmed to return. It's going to be released in July of 2026. That's when they're setting that release date. I thought that was pretty cool.
I don't think I've seen 3 and 4. I like the franchise.
Haven't either. I haven't either. I just think Shrek is
My kid doesn't.
kind of a timeless character.
My kid doesn't want to watch it.
No Shrek for Lundy?
I'm like, Donkey is the funniest thing ever, and she just doesn't get it. I don't know what.
I watched Shrek yesterday.
I don't know what the disconnect is. She's not interested.
Okay.
Some of the older ones, like Nemo, she just doesn't care. She wants princesses.
That Elsa, when you gave us a fact about the lady who plays Elsa being up for the Tangled role.
Tangled is Rapunzel. Those are huge in my house. Anything with a princess is still big.
Yeah.
And I know there's a princess in Shrek, but it just doesn't translate to my kids specifically. So I got to get her on board.
Okay. Let's talk about the Looking at Girls blog page because it's doing well. The Wildcard Wednesday and the Looking at Girls blog page, #1 and #2 performing for us. And then the fact that it's Whataburger Appreciation Day remains our biggest trend. So I'm retweeting anyone that gives me a picture of their Whataburger bag over on the X. That gets an immediate retweet, guys. Okay, that's what's trending on 94.5 The Buzz.
All right. We announced the Seether tour and Houston specific show yesterday. Seether out with Skillet. October 5th, they'll be here, White Oak Music Hall. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m., Ticketmaster.com. And then we realized yesterday that they have new music coming out. And they're not just putting out a single, they're putting out an album. Seether are now taking pre-orders for their new album, The Surface Seems So Far. Out September 20th. The first single from that is called Judas Mind. We're going to listen to that together right now. Chili, I'm going to open up phone lines. We'll talk about the song. Listen, I just know it's going to be great. I love this band. I kind of love everything they do. So don't let me down, Seether. As we listen together, call in after it's over. It's 94.5 The Buzz.
Hey, this is Sean Morgan from Seether. Check out our new song, Judas Mind. This is the iHeartRadio world premiere right now on 94.5 The Buzz, Houston's rock and alternative.
94.5 The Buzz, world premiere of brand new music from our friends Seether. Oh, yeah, we're pals with them. That's called Judas Mind. They got a new album coming out in September. And if that's any indication of what's going to be on that new album, I knew I was going to be excited. And I knew I was excited about the right band with new music out. Keep in mind, they will be coming to town. And for the rest of this week, what's left of it, we'll be giving away tickets before they go on sale. See, they're back in town on October 5th. It'll be great to see those guys. They're playing White Oak Music Hall. And Skillet is on that bill. Didn't know where the song was going. It could have gone anywhere. At this point. And then all of a sudden they said, oh, no, we're going to melt your face. Go ahead, Tessa. Your thoughts on hearing that for the first time.
I think it's timely. I think it's angry. I think it's perfect. I mean, no question. It's like frustrating. It's angry. He's got a great scream voice.
Is it
that
angry?
Still hits.
Lyrically, did you pick up anything on that, or just
I
the sound
actually heard
of it?
something about a storm in there, and
Okay.
I'm like, is this the perfect hurricane banger? I mean, I'm not sure, but it might be.
We're storm sensitive right now.
Totally. So I thought it was nice and angry.
Alex.
I thought it was a banger. I've not always been the biggest Seether fan, but this is absolutely like what you would expect from Seether, and I think this fits perfectly with the station.
I don't want to get too technical. It's got a 3/4 time signature. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. It's got a real nice sway to it. As opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. It's got a sway. And when it's done right, as it is in this song, I just thought it just moved along perfectly. And I thought the dynamics of getting real aggro at times,
Aggro, yeah.
I thought at the times that it got, I mean, there were times where, okay, you think they're going to be right here, and they go to another gear in this
Yeah.
song. And I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It's like, oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Just going to melt your face a little bit, and then I'll take care of the rest of that face coming up. You guys want to talk about this a little bit? Seether, Judas Mind. What are your thoughts on the song? Bradley got through first. Bradley, you called early.
Yeah.
You called. I saw your phone line ringing, and I don't know that the song was even on 60 Seconds when I saw it. You seemed like you made up your mind already.
Went through the first chorus. Kind of sounded like a band that wants to be Tool, and I had a reaction that wasn't quite as intense as Alex's to when Pneuma was released. But yeah, it just didn't quite do it for me.
Is Alex's review of the new Tool song the most memorable review ever? Maybe. Two words.
It sticks out. It's very. It was very succinct and pretty accurate, I think.
Well,
you.
I think his words were, "It sucked" when we played the new Tool. Are you thinking that this new Seether sucks, or you just didn't like it?
I didn't love it.
Okay. All right, bro. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Here's where it really gets aggro. Thomas, the Pain Train Benson. Good morning, Thomas.
Oh, what's up, guys? I think Bradley needs to listen to 104 KRBE because that song slaps, dude. Yeah, turn it up and rip the knob off.
I like that.
And it does have a little Tool vibe, but Tool's legit. Sorry, Alex.
We can be wrong.
It's
That's fine.
fine.
I like you bringing back "Crank It Up" and "Rip Off the Knob."
Oh, man, old school days, man.
Yeah,
I won't
yeah,
say
yeah.
it, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's great stuff, man. And this is exactly what we need on the radio, especially on an alternative rock station. This is real music.
I forgot what some of the other ones were. Pumping maximum wattage into your cottage. Seether shakes the lakes and reaches the beaches. All right, I'm out. I forgot all the other ones.
Those were good. You're going strong.
I kind of forgot some of the other old ones. Caleb, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Rad. How's it going, man?
I'm trying to pump maximum wattage into your cottage with this new Seether.
Well, dude,
how did it work for
you're
you?
freaking doing it, brother. You're freaking doing it. That's Houston's rockin' alternative, Brother Rad. That right there, you definitely won't hear playing in HEB at all. You'll never hear it.
Are you a Seether fan?
I am definitely a Seether fan.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So
I saw them at the last BuzzFest.
which one, dude? We were guessing that they maybe played 10 or 12 BuzzFests over the years.
It was 22 or 23.
Yeah. They never.
BuzzFest 2022 or BuzzFest 2023 supposedly was going to be their last time touring, coming to Houston or something like that.
Yeah, there was some hints of that. I didn't take them serious at all when they said that. I really didn't. And clearly I was correct on one thing in life. They're back out on tour. So they're touring and they're coming back to Houston, which is great news, October 5th. I'm glad you liked it,
Definitely
Caleb.
plan to go see him, man. Most definitely.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I kind of like almost everything that they do. I don't know what Wizards doing with this. There's no every 3 hours. There's no like unified thing on Seether right now. I mean, did we play Billie Eilish every hour when it came out?
Probably. Do you think Chili likes this?
I don't know how much he got to hear it. Chili, he rocks out. Chili's a rocker.
That's why I asked.
Chili rocks out back there.
Yo.
Were you able to hear it?
Yeah, actually, I did like it, bro. I'm not going to lie. Because, everybody is having a day today, the weather and everything. Everybody's having an issue. And I felt it was like my Limp Bizkit break stuff. You know what I'm saying?
When I see you back there, when I catch you kind of rocking out to the radio station, sometimes it could certainly Chevelle.
Yeah.
But the band, what I call the next wave, it wasn't so much the grungers. I talked about the Flannel 4 earlier. It was that next wave of, and I would put Seether in there with Papa Roach and Chevelle and Breaking Benjamin.
POD.
That's your wave, huh?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I mean, as soon as I heard the guitar, like the first guitar riff when it came in a little hard, I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Daddy likes.
Okay, well, listen, Daddy likes it back there. This Daddy likes it. What about Javi?
Hey, Rock, that is 94.5 The Buzz.
That's a perfect review, bro. Come on. 94.5 The Buzz. That is a band that says they're going out on tour for the very last time. Sum 41, Fat Lip. So should you choose to believe them and then maybe a little extra motivation to buy your tickets, well, then their plot has worked. Has any band truly said we're never going out on tour again and then have done that without somebody passing away? It's hard to find. It's kind of hard to find bands that just kind of like just say, oh, we're going to stop here.
REM's pretty cool.
REM just did something, though. Didn't they do an interview and they were talking?
They said they can't even have, like, they fought at breakfast. Like, they went to breakfast and couldn't agree on an order there.
Or where to go eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. REM kind of called it quits and never really got back together. And I imagine they have all the money that they need, but it's ego, too. It's not just money for these guys or gals. It's ego, too. I think the guys in Slayer are pretty set, but they were the one band that was sticking to the whole, we're retired, we're done. And then they said yes to a handful of festivals. They couldn't say no to the money. And I think there's ego involved, too. So I don't know what's going on with Sum 41. They say this is it for them. You can get information about them coming to town on the world-famous Rod Ryan Show page. Or no, I'm sorry, on the mainframe at thebuzz.com, there's always a concert calendar with all the links on where to, safe, secure, where to buy your tickets and all of that stuff, all right? Partly cloudy, really low chances of rain today. Highs of around 94. I'm taking all your Seether emails, and I'm going to send those over to the radio wizard. He said, Seether today, what you heard on the air with us. And emails are great. Judas Mind is the name of the song. Every 2 hours. So it's an 8. Jeremy's going to play it in the 10 o'clock hour. You guys can do math, right? Every 2 hours on the radio station today. So I'm glad. Seether should get that kind of. I mean, they're one of the. I always say you got to dance with the girl that brought you to the dance. You can't just say, oh, okay, well,
get in the door and ditch them.
Yes, thanks, Seether, for building up this radio station for all of these years, and then when you put something out, we're like, nah, we're good. No, you get some consideration. You helped build this radio station, so I'm glad they're getting the treatment every 2 hours. They deserve it. Came across this today, albeit not surprised. I'm in the No Way Jose category on this, but it makes sense. Anybody have a Nest thermostat?
Mm-mm.
It's a for example, meaning a thermostat that you can kind of get into Wi-Fi, operate on your phone.
I have something like that.
I feel like it started with the Nest, and now most of them you can operate from your phone. You can turn down the heat and turn up the heat or turn the air on before you get home, all of that. What about giving up that information to the power companies? Now, hear me out. The phrase growing up in my house that sent chills down my spine was, who touched the thermostat? My mom still does it to this day. And I'm a grown-ass man. And I still, if I turn that heat on in the wintertime and it's a little warm in the house, my mom still yells it out. I'm like, I'm sorry, it was me. I'm freezing. I live in the South now, Mom. There's a smart thermostat program that's being introduced in some cities. And you install a smart thermostat, you pay a little less each month in exchange for letting them control your thermostat remotely. Ooh. How much less? I don't know.
Not much less.
If you're saving a couple of bucks. Hal brought this up the other day. Hal said when he was a kid, they had to save money on their phone in their house. This is long, long before cell phones. He would pick up the phone in his house, and you could hear somebody talking.
Oh.
That wasn't in the house. It was a party line that was cheaper. And then you heard somebody talking, you had to wait to make a phone call.
They were sharing the line.
I heard of that. I don't know that was around when I was a kid, but what was around was limited calling. We were allowed to make 2 calls a day. I'm like, I want to call my friend. My mom's like, no, we've already made 2 calls today. We called this and with that. You can't call your friend. We had limited calls because it was a cheaper plan. This is kind of like that. It's a cheaper plan. During peak hours, they up the temperature by a few degrees to reduce strain on the grid. Usually happens between 3 and 9 p.m. And in Oregon, they limit it to 3 degrees. So if your thermostat is set to 71, they may up you to 74, but they can't go any higher than that. Some cities are setting maxes even higher. There's a program out in L.A. I get it. Don't California, my Texas.
Yeah, I'm out.
But in L.A., that lets them increase it by 4 degrees.
No, I'm out.
And you have their word that they won't go over that. Yeah, right. but that's the starting point. Oh, okay, well, we're going to go 5. Well, now we're going to go 6. I can see that coming down the road. Now, you can override it by changing the temperature manually. Is it worth it to save a few bucks to help out? Are you helping the environment? Are you helping the grid? Who are you helping here?
You're not helping them.
You're not helping yourself.
Just because of our schedule difference, I'm completely out on this. Like when I want to be at home and comfortable is probably not the same time as someone else. So no, I need it comfortable when I need it comfortable. There's no way.
I mean, I can't even imagine Joe Grid turning up my thermostat.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's happening in my house?
Yeah. Let's just focus on you getting that power on, buddy. And then we'll talk about your other privileges.
The only reason I'm talking about it is because people are doing it to save money on their thermostat. What about your place that you rent out?
Yeah.
It's just kind of sitting there. It's like, hey, I want to get on that plan. Joe Grid, you take care of it. Now you're trusting Joe Grid.
You just get a Nest and you control it.
Adjust it.
That's
Well,
too
yeah,
cold.
I control
But you forget.
what it's on my phone. Well, it's on a schedule.
Joe
like
Grid.
you have a scheduler on your
Okay.
thing already. You can be your own Joe Grid if you choose.
So
They're
it seems
pretending this is going to help you. This is helping them.
it seems that Oregon is the one that's really spearheading this. Their biggest power company is rolling out the smart thermostat program. And
They
they've
don't
got
just do nice things.
and they have people that have signed up for it. Say, yeah, you know better than me what I need in my house. You control the thermostat.
We call those people sheep.
What I can't seem to find, I do have a link up to this. If you go to the link and if you can find it, I don't see on there what kind of savings can I expect. Is it $10 a month? Because there's people that get off on 10 cents off of Crest toothpaste. So I understand when people want to save money everywhere they can. I just don't. I mean, saving a nickel on deodorant is just not my thing. It's not my jam.
Right.
It's just not my jam. And again, okay, millionaire. I'm not cutting coupons. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this either. I'm just not. All right. Do not touch my thermostat. Hey, what's up? Hey, my good friends over at Joe Myers Toyota, they are open. They are ready for you to come and hang out. They know what summertime means. It means hot deals on Hot Wheels, Joe Myers Toyota. They're ready for you, man. If you're looking for some hot fun in the sun, new truck, car, SUV, hybrid, certified pre-owned vehicle, listen up, you're in luck. Get road trip ready at Joe Myers Toyota. Take advantage of low money down, favorable financing options for well-qualified buyers on the full lineup. Okay, you just went through another incident here in the Houston area. Are you ready for a truck? Tundras, Tacomas, Highlanders, Sienna vans, they've got them. New factory fresh Toyotas are arriving every single day. Shop them 24/7, joemyerstoyota.com or call 281-890-8700. 5 or more available. All finance offers on approved credit. See Joe Myers Toyota for details. Expires 7/31/24. Yo, what's up? It's your brother Rod talking about Centergenics. I appreciated them being open yesterday. Monday is my normal day where I go get my testosterone shot. Listen, we were all getting pounded by a barrel. So locations are back up, and they are back up, and they are open. You can go to endmylowt.com, find the location nearest you. Guys, in your 30s, that's when your testosterone levels start to decline. And you're feeling that lack of energy. The drive isn't there how it used to be. There's a good chance it's caused by your low T levels. Go get your numbers checked. They got an on-site lab. You're going to get your results back at your first visit. Centergenics, you're going to get customized care from testosterone specialists. Book your appointment. Go to endmylowt.com. That's endmylowt.com.
Stopping on traffic at the West Park Tollway is delaying you about 8 minutes between Highway 6 and Willcrest. An accident's blocking a left shoulder on the west side. Stop and go traffic from Bel Air if you're on the West Ham Tollway going northbound. And flooding has closed Highway 6 southbound at I-45 in Hitchcock. That's your wreck check, 94.5 The Buzz.
All right, here we go. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. It's Green Day. Good riddance. Time of your life. Less than a 10% chance of rain today. That's good. Partly cloudy. All right. Still going to be hot, though, man. True temperature is about 94, 95. It's going to feel like over 100 today. Be careful if you're outside. Hope you get your power back soon, man. And let's just get right into it. Tessa has Houston's headlines.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just keep our attitudes hopeful, but there are over 1 million households that have been left in these conditions that are, I would say, okay right now, but they're more miserable as the day goes on, right? Because we've had these heat advisories. And there's a heat advisory actually that's been extended through at least tonight with hot and humid conditions. Those are continuing. We have been without power for more than 48 hours after Beryl moved through Houston. And according to CenterPoint's energy outage tracker, over 1.3 million customers are still in the dark. There's not a specific timeline of when the power will fully be restored. At its peak, we know there were over 2.2 million customers without power. That's about 80% of all the CenterPoint customers. And, previously CenterPoint has said they want to have 1 million of those initial 2.2 customers back online by the end of the day today. The company said customers should expect a multi-day process. Remember, Alex? They said a multi-day process to get that electricity restored. There is a new map they released overnight. I finally found the link to it. I could not find this thing anywhere, and I'll retweet it. But there are 3 colors. So the city of Houston is just highlighted in 3 colors. Where it's green, the power is back. Where it's blue, crews have been assigned to at least restore the power and work is being done there. And if you're in one of these orange areas, that means CenterPoint is still assessing damage. So that restoration process could mean a couple of different things. So I'll retweet that out. That's where we are. That's where it stands for us.
It's hard not to feel if you see yourself in the orange like you're on the bottom floor of the Titanic.
Pretty much.
You're the
It's like,
least,
I have a child, CenterPoint. Go show them L.
You're the least important
Like,
passengers.
He didn't have a child. Billy Zane had no child.
but fix
That's
it.
the point.
Okay. So that's the serious stuff. Lots of traffic lights still out. Want to remind everyone to treat those like a four-way stop. More than 1,000 traffic lights in the city of Houston out. So you got to have a little respect for your neighbors that are driving next to you. Let's talk about Taco Bell. They're opening a retirement community for young people next month near San Diego. This is like a gimmicky thing. It's only a weekend, but they're leaning into grandma core. They say this will attract more Gen Z customers. A lot of young people think old people stuff is cool now. So Taco Bell's like, okay, you want to see something cool?
Like what? Werther's
This is
original
gonna-
candies?
I mean, maybe.
They're not flying off the shelves.
They've got day passes for $50, or if you want to stay for 2 nights, you'll get lodging for $150. And Taco Bell says they'll provide you with an elevated dining experience and access to various old people activities. Think like knitting, bocce ball, golf, old school games.
All right.
Okay, there is a blog page dedicated to this. You do have to be a Taco Bell Rewards member to go, which isn't a high bar because anyone can join.
They should have Murder, She Wrote, like going nonstop on the big screen outside.
Matlock.
Sure.
Just like a little
Good ones.
Gunsmoke. Yeah.
Gunsmoke.
Just some random person that just shows you pictures of their grandkids for hours.
Gotta get home and watch my stories.
Yes. Okay. Listen, I
You get trapped in a weird political conversation too.
Okay. Let's talk about cartoons. I like how it goes from like the seriousness of the hurricane to like, hey, which cartoon do you think would be president?
I mean,
that's a very serious thing.
I never thought I'd live in a world, but then we are in this world. So yeah, what cartoon character would be best suited to play president?
To play president? Okay, so ranker.com ranked the top people, like they have the top 20 vote getters, and number 1 is Gotham City's finest, Batman. Batman number 1. Number 2, Lisa Simpson. Wasn't she always like trying to run for class president? And wasn't she class president?
I don't know.
So
She just played the sax.
she's in there. And then Superman number 3, Spider-Man number 4, Velma from Scooby-Doo number 5, and just so we have 6 and 7, Papa Smurf and Optimus Prime.
I mean, Papa Smurf ruled over Smurf Village well.
Yeah, it saved him from Gargamel
Only had to deal with one chick.
all the time.
That was the difference there, though.
Oh, great point.
It was
Great
all dudes.
point. Okay. 2 huge acts have teamed up this fall, either in Skillet or hitting the road September 17th. They're going to have a trek through Houston October 5th at White Oak Music Hall. We already gave away tickets for that, and we're going to be giving away tickets for that all week. So you can go check that on the music blog page. We have all the information. Those are Houston's headlines.
Take it, Alex.
The Astros got a win yesterday. They beat the Marlins 4-3. Alex Bregman homered and had 3 RBI on the night. They're going to play the Marlins again this evening. Framber Valdez is going to be on the mound for the Stros, going up against Miami's Brian Hoeing. First pitch is at 7:10. You can listen to the game on our sister station, Sports Talk 790. The Astros are also offering $5 tickets before taxes and fees for the final 2 games of their series against the Marlins, which includes tonight's game. You can also get viewing deck seats, a soda, hot dog, and popcorn for just $22 before those taxes and fees kick in as well. You can get those tickets at astros.com/tickets, or there's a link on the sports blog page today. Also on the sports blog page today, if you are a gamer, EA College Football 25 comes out, and it's a big deal because the players are going to be actually in it. Arch Manning, there was a big story about him not being in there. Well, yesterday, him and his favorite uncle, Eli Manning, they announced that he was going to be on there by a cool little video of him playing the video game, and people kind of freaked out about it. You can go see that on the sports blog page today.
I saw there was some damage at NRG Stadium on the roof.
Yeah.
Some of the panels came flying off.
It couldn't have been too bad, though, if they're staging beds for it.
Well, they're probably where it's not leaking.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's
There's a bunch of different areas there.
huge parts of it that are just seem to be missing. That happened years ago. The roof was stuck open after Rita or Ike, and we did a monster jam with the roof open. It was awesome.
That's dope.
I would love.
It was glorious. They would never in a million years think of doing that, and they had no choice. The stadium was fine, But yeah, there was one Monster Jam in our history here that the roof was open.
coolest
It was the
Monster Jam,
cool.
probably.
It was the coolest Monster Jam ever. Because it's at night. It was cooler.
Yeah.
It might have been. I don't know when it was, but yeah, it was awesome.
That's dope.
All right, guys, we got one more hour together. Hit it. All right, keep calling. I know the phone's ringing off the hook right now. Generator Supercenter, they know. They want to get out to you. They want to get you shored up with a brand new Generac generator before the next storm hits. And I say before the next storm hits. It's looking like that prediction that they had for us. It's looking like one of the more active storm seasons in decades. Prevent power outages at your home. Get a free estimate on a home standby Generac generator from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. So you're working with number one here. Financing is available. Low monthly payments available. You're sitting in the dark right now. You're going to be hot today. You're waiting for the power to get turned on. Make that decision to have that never happen again for you and your family. Get your free estimate, 281-251-6100. 281-251-6100. Visit GeneratorSupercenter.com.
There's still a fallen tree on San Felipe, so they've closed it going east and westbound from Kirby to 610. That's been going on all morning. Downtown, there's some stop and go on 69 between the George R. Brown and the downtown split. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. That's Lincoln Park. Welcome to the 9 spot, our fourth and final hour together. We got a chance to win $1,000. Alternative income is coming up. That is back for a couple of weeks now. That new Seether was played in the 8 o'clock hour. Jeremy will have it in the 10 o'clock hour. He'll do it again at noon every 2 hours today, that new Seether. I'm going through some of your comments now. 90% tile positive on the new Seether. Not everybody liked it. So that's good. I appreciate that. I'm forwarding all of those over to Radio Wizard. I'm trying to get your pictures, man. Today's Whataburger Appreciation Day. We want you to get out to a Whataburger. I got to give props because we know this, and we knew this going in because the Whataburger app has its own link up today. People are using the Whataburger app to show neighborhoods where there's no power. It's better than any Power Grid app available to us. The Whataburger app is so unbelievably updated that if you look and you just type in Houston, I have the app on my phone, so you type in Houston and it'll show you all the Whataburgers. Number one, I didn't know there were that many. I knew there was a ton here. I didn't know there were that many. About a third of them are open. And at a quick count, it must have been about 35, 40 of them. That's a third of the Whataburgers just in the Houston area. But that's going all the way up to Conroe. So I know that they're not all open. But some of you are really making an attempt. I got to give it up. You hear his name every now and then on the show, Oil and Gas Greg. He's like one of our great listeners. He's been on board forever with us. Not even in oil and gas anymore. That's how long he's been listening. He's been to 3 locations. He went to 2. They weren't open. He went to I-10 in Silver. He said, dude, they're wrapped. I think all the places are just doing drive-through, the ones that are open. He said, cars wrapped around the block. He said, I'll buy a couple backpacks for you today. I'm like, thank you, Greg. You're the best. If you can get to a Whataburger today, I get it. The ones that are open, they're in high demand. They're in high demand. But snap that photograph, send it over to us. We want to thank Whataburger because we know that they're going to be writing us a check for backpacks today. So you don't got to order anything specific. You don't have to say anything to your server. Get in, get out. But it's just you going to Whataburger, getting whatever it is that your favorite thing is over there, then that's how you're saying thank you today. And if you can back it up with a photograph of you enjoying your Whataburger, that would even be better so that we can retweet it and re-put it on socials. All right. So thank you for that. Thank you, Whataburger. They're the best. They are the best. And they're going to be out there when we're passing out backpacks. So they are roll up your sleeves and get involved type of sponsors. Okay. This ain't going to go over well. I might as well just bust it out. A bar in California is kind of going viral online. It's in San Diego, which if you've ever been, if you've ever looked at, I have, real estate. I don't know why. I never never intended to move there, but, you start looking at, Zelle. Is it Zelle? No, Zillow.
Zillow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Zillow. The
Zillow porn. House porn.
To live in San Diego, I don't know how anybody lives there.
Poorly.
Generational wealth.
So the Catalina Lounge is this guy was closing out his bar tab. It was $24.50. Okay, the screen gave him 4 suggestions for a tip. Okay, 20%, 25%, 50%, and 100% was an option.
What?
Nothing puts me in the mood to tip 0 more than being asked to pay double what I owe.
What?
Okay?
Why are they doing that?
Why is 100% even an option? That's predatory, okay?
Yeah.
If I'm out at a bar and I'm not seeing things correctly because I've got an Uber coming to pick me up and I accidentally hit 100%, that should not be an option on a bar.
I'm calling my card company and saying I got it stolen immediately after that.
Yeah, I'm giving my card to somebody. Say, here, go, have fun.
This is going to be canceled in 10 minutes.
I mean, there's an option to customize your own. And if you want to leave 100% because, hey, they were great, and all, that's fine. But having that just as a button right next to the other ones, the internet agrees with me right here. I'll say this. The guy was so appalled. He took a photo of it. That's what's going viral. Commenters are saying all kinds of things, especially for a bar. I'm not the only one that feels this way. A bar. If someone isn't looking closely, you're not thinking clearly, You could inadvertently tip way more than you mean to with something like that.
Just wait until, remember the pop-up ads, how it used to be like the fake X was there? And like, they'd try and get you to do that, so you'd click the pop-up ad. I guarantee you it's going to be like, to give no tip, it'll be like you have to hit the tiniest little thing. You got to solve a riddle to get out of paying a tip. But like that'll be like the 100 will be the biggest one.
I'm with everybody that the tipping thing has gone crazy. I still tip. I don't ever tip zero. I worked in the industry a million years ago. I still take care of the people that take care of me, okay? Now, is that because we dealt with this when I owned the bar? You have I think Toast is a big one. If you see on your receipt, sometimes if you go out to eat, it'll see TST.
Mm-hmm.
Toast is the credit card system that is in a bar and a restaurant. Okay, I don't know what they were called when you were doing it. It was I can't. There was another big popular one that I can't remember, but Toast is a big one. It may be pre-programmed, but I know you can customize it too.
Yeah,
I know firsthand that you can customize these things. So if it's pre-programmed in there, then F you Toast for putting a 100% option to click and tip, because you have other customize and you can do it that way. But I just don't think that should be an option. I'm sorry.
But
am
also,
I off on this?
when you're programming your POS, when you're programming that system, someone is overseeing that. So if a manager knows that this is available, you would be on the phone with Toast or whoever your credit card people, whoever your server is, and say, hey, this is such a bad look for us. We need to get it off right now.
The guy was mad that it was an option. He posted his actual receipt. He ended up tipping 20%. But he was mad.
Generous.
But he was mad.
Yeah.
And that's for drinks. It's not a dinner.
Yeah.
That's not a dinner. That's not a server bringing you water and checking you, how's your meal? And did I forget anything? Can I bring you some more tartar sauce? Whatever. That's for a couple of drinks. 20%.
Yeah.
That's generous.
Absolutely.
That's the first option. That's the first option on there. That doesn't upset me like the 100% button. And I don't know. I just don't think it should be there. There's a link up on Links and Guests today. You can go and check that story out. How about winning some money? Yo, what's up? It's your brother Rod. Summertime, clearly here, Houston. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Everything you need for outdoor fun for less. Don't miss the limited time hot deals. How about grills from $99.99? Pools from $29.99. Take your fun on the go. They've got their exclusive Academy Wagon and Outdoor Canopy. Those are only $39.99 each. I heard from somebody that did pick up a couple of them. Stop by your local store today. Shop academy.com and enjoy easy 1 hour in-store pickup. Get your summer started at Academy. And of course, have fun out there.
Hey, it's your girl Tessa talking about my friends over at Classic Elite Chevy Sugarland. Now, Classic Elite Chevy Sugarland has been the GM Dealer of the Year for 13 years in a row. Okay, that is not a fluke. And right now, you can get 0% on all new 2023 and 2024 Silverado 1500s. You can get $4,000 off the 2024 Tahoes. You can get $7,200 off the 2024 Equinoxes, and even the Malibus. The 2024 Malibus, you can get $6,200 off right now. Together, let's drive. Why don't you drive over there? Ask for Jeff or Tiffany Sebastian. Those are the owners. Tell them Tessa from the Buzz sent you. I've been working with them since I got here in Houston. There are even some EV models available. So get in there to Classic Elite Chevy Sugarland. Okay, stop and go traffic on the West Park Tollway eastbound between West Park Drive and Addicts Clothing and then Willcrest Drive if you are going eastbound. 610 West Loop southbound between Hempstead and Richmond's got some stop and go, and that's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
.94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Welcome back. All right, Alex, you ready?
I am.
Let's go. Oh, now let's go. What you got?
I don't know if it's up yet. I don't see it, but we are also having issues emailing things to one another. It is continuity errors in TV and movies. Your goal will be to look at two separate images from a TV show or a movie, and you have to see where the continuity error is. Maybe there
I love it.
earring changes in it. Maybe Game of Thrones, there's a Starbucks cup in one.
I've seen so many of these. You feel like you've cracked the matrix when you notice it, and
Yeah.
it's that Leo meme where he's looking at the TV.
Ooh, that.
I've seen people go through doors twice.
Yeah, or you'll be like drinking a cup of coffee that you can see through the cup, or you'll be drinking anything you can see through the glass, and you're talking at one point, and then somehow your glass fills up in the middle of the conversation because they went and they grabbed a different part of it.
That's why reality shows make them all do those like glasses that you can't see through because the editing is so like to make it drama.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it'll be like at all different levels if they kept it clear.
Yeah, so go check it out, see some continuity errors, and whether or not you can spot them at the world famous Rod Ryan Show page at thebuzz.com.
94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. Jelly Roll. Oh, we had a Bunny. Is it Bunny XO?
Bunny XO.
Yeah, we had a link up to her yesterday. She was being talked about in Houston's headlines. And, you know, she's sharing very personal things online. She's talking about the journey that her and Jelly are going on. They want to have a kid together. She's already the stepmom to Jelly's 2 kids. And she's just talking about, you know, some of the things they're doing. I mean, even me mentioning IVF, you know, I was open about it. I didn't want to become a poster child for it. But I used IVF. We used IVF successfully. Obviously, I have London. And there's just people that, you know, made comments to me about that. I chose to talk about it on the radio. And, you know, well, why'd you do that? Why couldn't you do it? Why couldn't you do something else? I'm like, because that's what we needed. You know, that's what we needed. And that's how I've got my kid now.
And that is a beautiful thing. And that's your
Correct.
journey. But people can't comprehend why people are choosing to go a certain way in life without making a dumbass comment, and it's annoying.
It really is.
And yes, true, you open yourself up, but you shouldn't be punished for sharing things that people who care about you want to know about.
Well, I think
for
she
the whole
did.
Rod Ryan Show family, we want to know what you're doing. We want to know what's going on
Right.
with you, and so many people are supportive, but there's always one jackhole.
Yeah,
who's
not
like, why'd you do it that way?
Yeah, not everybody was supportive, and that's why I did. Again, you know, at the where we did everything, and you know where the turkey basting went down. You know, like, hey, can we put a picture on the wall? There's kids everywhere, and it's all from IVF. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want like a wing with my name on it. I don't want. I don't want a bigger picture than anyone else. But yeah, I'm cool with all of that. But I just, I'm not gonna do. You know, I don't want to be in your ads. You know, I did it, and I didn't mind sharing it. But, you know, Bunny XO kind of got caught up in that, too. Way more followers than what we have. And she didn't like some of the comments, so she tore the stuff down. And then she felt that need to comment on it. And you're going to open yourself up like that. There's just awful people out there. There are just awful people in the world.
Ew.
You know? On the Looking at Girls blog page, which I don't talk about enough, we have the world's fastest mermaid. Okay?
I saw this story.
We have the world's fastest mermaid. She's 22 years old. She's from Utah. She competed in something called the Merlympics in Switzerland. They're held every 2 years. She placed 15th overall, but what does everybody care about? The 50 meter. The 50 meter.
All true mermaids know.
You win the 50 meter, you're the fastest person on the planet. She's the fastest mermaid in the world, okay? She won the 50 meter, set a new world record, 38 seconds for the 50 meter mermaid swim. Of course, all events are done wearing a full mermaid tail.
USA.
But if you want to see this, we are home to the fastest mermaid. So, world record holder, that's just some of the stuff that you will see on the world famous.
Also, if you haven't seen that mermaid documentary on Netflix, it is excellent.
I didn't, and I won't.
It is excellent.
Is it people that want to be? Is it like furries?
There's a community. Yeah, there's a community.
But are they disillusioned people?
Some of them are, but some of them they like travel and they get paid. Like there's like this elite group of mermaids, and you got to try out to be with them. And they work in these frigid temperatures, and they deal with chlorine in their eye rod.
Okay.
I mean, it is serious.
Okay, but you know how I'm weirded out?
Come on.
Okay, you know how I'm weirded out, and I think it's cool. I do find it weird that the Renaissance people, they stay in character and they don't get out of character. And I'm assuming that's just in the village, you know, but are they doing huzzahing like in their everyday life?
Yes.
Are these mermaid people, are they just acting like mermaids when they're in character, or are they doing it?
No, dude, they're committed. They
That's
feel
where
like
it's
they're
weird.
They feel like they identify as mermaids.
They're everybody's weird coworker that you're like, hey, Molly in sales is a mermaid.
But do they like have like these tails cost thousands of dollars? Like they're not just playing
They're, like,
around.
going broke
they're
buying
committed to being.
Do they know they're not mermaids though? Do they know that they're not
You couldn't tell
merfolk?
'em. You couldn't tell them.
Okay.
I'd like to think
Remember
they do, but I
Rainbow?
don't think
Remember
they do.
Rainbow, the
Rainbow
mermaid?
thinks she's a mermaid.
You watched it?
You got into it.
It's like a car wreck. You can't like stop watching it. But you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch the second episode.
Well, then I'm not going to get in the car.
It's junk TV. It's
I
junk
am-
TV.
Get in
Just
the
know
car,
what
dude.
you know what you're getting into.
Not getting behind the wheel on that one. I remember hearing from this guy, Kurt, and maybe you guys will remember as well. Listen, when we say that we're thankful for everybody out there that's working on restoring power, you just put something up on the Instagram,
Oh yeah.
did you? And it was kind of showing a map it was a colorized map, and basically, I guess the way to explain it is the colors are a priority on where they're working on getting power restored.
Right.
And if you are in the third color of, well, these two other colors are taking priority because of something in that area, then that's just kind of like a slap in the face, like, oh, damn, I'm in the orange over here. When we say thank you, and we say that we know you guys are working around the clock, men and women, we talk about getting the power restored and working on these things afterwards. There's a specific job that this guy does, and he doesn't feel like he gets mentioned on the air because he's not climbing up the poles and he's not like hooking up those lines. I'm going to read his email. I know a lot of love goes out to the linemen. Now, it's specific on the term linemen, but before they can replace any poles, the utility locators have to go ahead of them and mark the utilities, especially the gas lines. They do not want to turn a bad situation into a deadly one. We're out there with the linemen working just as many hours trying to keep them and the community safe. You too, bro. Okay? I'm not busting balls here. You too. You go out before the linemen. I guess we didn't know. It's just one of those generic terms like, okay, shout out to the linemen out there. Well, the scout lineman, the scouter outer. You too. Chili. Wait a minute. There you are, Chili. What's up? I see Chili laughing.
Well, it's funny because I've done that locating utilities.
Okay, wait. You were a scouter outer?
Yeah, I used to locate locator tech. That's what they used to call us.
Hang on. Was this before or after you and Dirty Lou were moving hot tubs? I know that old job of yours.
That was after.
So
I was
moving hot tubs, line locator, and
bouncer.
then Chili on the box.
There you go.
No, bouncer and then radio.
Then Chili on the radio. Okay.
Yeah.
So does it sound like what this guy's saying that he does?
Yes, but
did you see
I don't
any
know
action?
how much has changed. I don't know how much has changed because it's been about 20 years since I did it.
All right, but did you see any action? Were you in the suck? Were you out there after a hurricane or anything?
No, I wasn't, but I know that whenever there's like a cut, like a phone line cut, they narrowed it down to what area it is.
Like they sent you in first? You were the grunt?
You have to go in there and mark the line so they don't cut anymore to prevent more damage.
What was that movie that the guy wore that big bomb suit and like he went in?
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Hurt Locker or something?
Hurt Locker? Yeah. You were that guy?
No. Nah.
Like when it really gets bad, they sent in Chili first.
No, it already got bad, so they sent me in.
Chili, go find a bomb.
To make sure it doesn't get any worse.
Dude, walk across this minefield for us.
Oh,
See if it's safe.
Trust me. Yep. I'll do some sketchy stuff for a 12-pack.
Yeah, you will.
Dude, grab that line. See if it's live.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, that's how I ended up in radio. I was like, what? They'll pay me to talk? Okay.
Like, all right, I got zapped too many times, man. Is there any jobs in radio?
Yeah.
Can I get away from these power lines?
Man, I've been shot at. I've been all kinds of stuff, bro.
Did you know your twin brother did that?
He tells me about it all the time.
Really?
I know his war stories.
How does he never share that? I've known this guy longer than you.
a very shy guy.
I know you're twins and all. I've known him longer than you.
I've never known my twin.
I didn't know he was hurt lockering out there.
He was the most hurt.
Thank you, Chili. And
It's
this
the worst when you got to locate like 17 miles on both sides of the street.
your ass wasn't running 17 miles looking for stuff.
No, you're walking it.
Okay, you weren't walking 17 miles.
You don't know that.
Well, they won't know that.
Hey, Chili, is all 17 miles clear? Meanwhile, he made it 2. He's like, yeah. Hey, man, looks good. All 17 miles clear.
I would get on the laptop first to see if there was any aerial airlines and just hit clear on
Yeah, 17 miles. I'm back already. I did it in record time.
Nailed it. This guy's ahead of the game.
I was at the bar drinking it.
All right,
yeah,
Chili.
I'm done.
Chili, the hero we didn't even know we had underneath in our team over here. All right, Kurt, you two, okay? We're happy, and we want you guys to be safe out there, but the utility locators, of which Chili was one, shout out to the locators. We need you. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. It's Shinedown Second Chance. Whataburger Wednesday. I realize that it's drive-through only at just about all the Whataburgers that are open. At my quick count, it was almost 40 Whataburgers, about a third of what is available out there. If you can get out to a Whataburger today, I get it. Lines are long. I understand. I'm seeing it, too. I'm seeing you guys sending me pictures. Lines are very, very long, limited menus. You know, they couldn't get food in. You know, they couldn't. The supply trucks, the potato trucks. I saw one place, no fries. What are you going to do? You didn't get the potatoes couldn't get there. So I appreciate everybody that's really going out of their way to try to make it to a Whataburger today as a way of saying thank you, because they're going to write us a big old check for our backpack program. And we'll do something more with Whataburger for sure. They deserve better than what we're offering up today for sure, just because they're down, we're down. It's a crazy time around here. I feel like I kind of brought up a couple of the thermostat. The thermostat story was kind of like, okay, I'm not on board with that. The tipping thing, like, I do feel it's important to bring up some good news and talk about some good things. On 3 things you must see today, I wanted to make sure I just wasn't all gloom and doom. 24-year-old guy in Florida is headlining 3 things you must see today. Cade Wessel. He married his high school sweetheart, which, okay, he's 24. He's not that far removed from it. And it's a fairly, I mean, I still think I think when you're married a long, long time and you talk about being high school sweethearts, I think it's a great story. But this one is 6 years earlier, he predicted it would happen in his yearbook. They've known each other since 6th grade. They only started dating senior year. The quote that he chose to run under his senior picture, underneath his picture, it said, $20, I marry Sarah Dill.
Cute.
Flash forward, $20 bill as he's walking down the aisle at his wedding as a callback to what he said in his yearbook. $20. I bet you all owe me $20. That's the one I'm marrying. The quote that he put under his picture.
That's really cute.
It's really awesome. I mean, if he graduates 17, 18, that's 6 years removed. Only started dating senior year.
Most people make it.
It's more than I made it. More than I made it. I do have a 3-legged man walking around Canada.
Okay.
And it's not what you think, like, oh, Rod, the 3rd leg. No, he's got 3 legs. Okay.
It's a tripod.
Yeah. So I've got that for you. But I thought that was a really, really cool story. So 3 things you must see is up on Links and Guests. Only 2 people have looked at it. I need 3 people looking at it now, okay? I need one for each one of the Canadians' legs to look at that link. What are you giving away on Know the Show?
I have a pair of tickets to see Limp Bizkit. This is the show that's on August 11th at Woodlands. Bones, Nate No Face, Corey Feldman, and Riff Raff.
Okay, we'll have those tickets for you on the flip. Okay, what's up? It's your brother Rod. I don't know what kind of problems you had at your house. I hope everything's going well, but sometimes when things aren't going well, you need to bring in the experts. And you know what? Even these tough times, you still want red carpet service, okay? And that's what you're going to get. Katie Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Full fleet of trucks. I've seen it firsthand. They're coming to you in Houston. They'll get out to you in the Woodlands. They'll get out to you, okay? Anthony, who's running things over there, him and his dad who got things started, they know how to do it. And when I say they roll out the red carpet service, they literally roll out the red carpet, okay? Get that AC unit tightened up. You want tankless water heaters, water softeners. They really did. They built the brand on the plumbing side of things, but now they got the experts there for the heating and the air. How about one great place taking care of all those important things at your house? They'll come to you 24 hours a day. You get to speak to an actual person. KatiePlumbers.com. KatiePlumbers.com.
Okay, let's look at the stop and go in Kema on Highway 146. It's southbound between Fairmont Parkway and Port Road. There's an accident reported on the South Loop. 610 westbound at Broadway. There's stop and go from Manchester on the southeast side. That's your wreck check on 94.5 The Buzz.
Ninety-four five The Buzz. Welcome back. Rod Ryan Show on this Whataburger Appreciation Day. Of course, Wild Card Wednesday. But, man, you guys have been killing it today. Thank you so much for heading out there, sharing your pictures with us. It's time for Know the Show. Limp Bizkit tickets, August 11th, the show of the summer for me. Tickets are available now. Or win them from us. What you got?
Just tell me what Taco Bell is doing as a gimmick. They're doing this as a gimmick. They're creating something. It's going to be in San Diego. Let me know what they're doing, what they'll be doing over there. And
It's just a one weekend thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's silly.
713-212-5945. Yeah. 94.5 The Buzz. Good morning, Rod Ryan Show. I had a proud dad moment yesterday. We were over at one of the houses that has AC. A bunch of kids are around. They're playing on one of the laptops. They got Wi-Fi and everything, and they're playing videos. And, you know, you're hearing Spice Girls and lots of Taylor Swift. And my kid comes over to me. London says, "What's the band that starts with N? What's the N?" I said, "Nirvana?" She's like, yeah. What's the song? I said, "Smells Like Teen Spirit." So it comes on, and I'm like, my kid requested this.
That
one.
is from my kid.
There's like 6 kids there, and they're all getting turns, and they're playing, you know, on the laptop a song. That was my kid's request.
Very proud moment,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And it came up. I don't know what we watch YouTube videos. I don't know what they had on the laptop, but it brought up the album cover, and they all thought it was funny that the little kid's wiener was shown on the cover of the. Like, you hear them all giggling. I'm like, what are you giggling about? Because the video's nothing to giggle about.
Right.
Like, what are you giggling at? And then I went around and I saw, oh, the album cover was
Little
being
naked
shown.
baby.
That was funny too.
Naked baby.
All right. Yeah, it's a little kid ween. Good morning, everybody. Time to wrap this show up. Hit it. Good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Who's this?
Hi, brother.
Hi, man. What's your name?
It's Tony.
Hi, Tony. Welcome to Know the Show. Let's see if we can get you a great ticket. What I think is probably the best ticket on the summer concert lineup. What's your question for Tony?
Hey, Tony, what is Taco Bell creating for young people in San Diego?
You said something about like a weekend retreat for them to mingle with older folks.
To act like older folks.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
give
yeah.
that to you. Yeah, it's like a retirement weekend.
They're going to lean into grandma core, where it's like just young people thinking old people stuff is cool now. So, yeah, that's what Taco Bell's doing. And you know the show, so you're going to get the tickets to go see Limp Bizkit and more. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Where do you live?
Katie.
How you doing on power out there?
Well, in the area where I live, we only lost power for about 12 hours, so we got very lucky, very blessed.
Very lucky and very blessed. And now you're winning Limp Bizkit tickets? Dude.
Double lucky, double blessed.
Dude. Sounds like you have a rabbit's foot and a shoehorn in that butthole of yours. Great job today, Tony. Hang on the phone for me, all right?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you listening, everybody. Everybody, I appreciate you listening. I appreciate everybody involved with getting the power restored. Okay, that goes to the person working the front desk at CenterPoint Energy. That goes to everybody, okay? The guy sweeping up at night. Anybody that's involved with getting the power restored. I want to make sure that we umbrella every single person that is responsible for getting power on for all of us so that you guys can get back and get some AC going. Keith lost this morning to Sammy Baker Davis Jr., who is a lineman. Game 2 tomorrow. This guy's pulling 16-hour shifts and playing the fresh out of bed head-to-head. Everyone getting it done despite the crap conditions. Shout out to you. The Wildcard Wednesday was the #1 link, but that Whataburger link, people were looking at it. Today is Whataburger Appreciation Day. I get it. Lines are long. It's to go only, or it's drive-through only. I think just about every single place is drive-through only and limited menu, but some of you are getting it done, and I appreciate that. So thank you. All we're doing is asking you to go to Whataburger today and just go to them and spend money with them because they're spending a lot of money. They're going to make a big donation for us in our backpack efforts here. They're going to make a donation to the Rod Ryan Show Cares Foundation. So our way of saying thank you is to encourage you guys to go and eat at a Whataburger. Use their app. It's very reliable, okay? Their app's getting a lot of play right now. I think they're going to come back out of this storm. They're going to realize they doubled their app
Usage.
subscriptions,
Yeah.
for sure. Throwback Thursdays tomorrow. Fixtagram Thursday. Read My Lips, Tessa and Chile will be playing Read My Lips at 8:20 this morning. Who knew Chile was one of those line finders? It's a good segment with Chili on the show
Best
today.
we've ever known.
Jeremy, nonstop nooner. Pick your tickets with him in the 1 o'clock hour. The Rod Ryan Show Cares online store. I know you guys have got other things going on. I haven't been beating you up about the store, but it's tied into what Whataburger is doing. Rod Ryan Show on socials, at Rod Ryan Show. That's where you'll find us. Follow us, okay? Tessa's on Houston Life on?
Houston Life is on
Okay.
today, yeah, and for the rest of the week.
All right, Houston Life Test is going to be on at 1 o'clock. And that's it, man. Guys, more Seether coming your way. We played it at 8, so Jeremy's going to have that Seether. Ooh, right off of the top? Okay, I'm sticking around. Jeremy, I'm staying. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. I want to hear that new Seether again. All right, guys, have an awesome day. We're on a 20-hour break. AMF.